All right, boys and girls, so we are back and we're ready to read our next story in our big book, Sam. If you remember, the story is titled Sam, and you can find that title right here on the front cover of the book. If you scroll down past the front cover, you go to the title page. Point to the title, Sam, on this page. If you pointed to the red letters here, you are correct. Keep scrolling onto our table of contents. We know that our table of contents is where we find out what's inside of the book. So we've already read the first story, Sam and the Fish, and now we're moving on to a story called Fun at the Pond. What sound do you hear at the beginning of fun? If you said F, you are correct. Do you see the title Fun at the Pond on our table of contents page? What page does Fun at the Pond start on? If you found it here and followed along to this number, you are correct. This is the number 10. So we're going to go to page number 10. We scroll down past the table of contents. Remember, we know our page numbers are always located down here. So we move past 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here we see Fun at the Pond. So before we get started reading the story, let's look at the picture or the illustration to see what we can learn. We know that this is Sam from our last story that we read together. And then it looks like there are some frogs. Looking at their facial expression, it doesn't look like they're having very much fun. Why not? What could Sam be doing? Let's read our story to find out. We know that the title is always at the top and it's in the bolder letters on this story. And here we have Fun at the Pond. So I'll read the story all the way through, and your job is just to listen for what happens in the story. Here we go. Sam is at the pond with his pals. 6 frogs rest in the wet mud. Sam runs at the frogs. The frogs hop in the pond. Sam's pal, Chad, digs up a crab. The crab gets mad at Chad. The crab snips at Chad's hands. Chad drops the crab. So I think we just got introduced to a new character here. Jen lifts up a log and spots a bug. The bug is long with lots of legs. The bug runs and digs in the sand. The pond is lots of fun. And that's the end. So let's go back up to the beginning of the story. And this time I want you to try to read the story with me. We're going to start at the very beginning at the title. Get your reading voice ready. Here we go. Fun at the pond. Sam is at the pond with his pals. 6 frogs rest in the wet mud. Sam runs at the frogs. The frogs hop in the pond. Sam's pal, Chad, digs up a crab. The crab gets mad at Chad. The crab snips at Chad's hands. Chad drops the crab. Jen lifts up a log and spots a bug. The bug is long with lots of legs. The bug runs and digs in the sand. The pond is lots of fun. And now it's going to be your turn to read it by yourself. If you have an adult or a big brother, big sister around who can listen to you read, take a moment to pause this video, get them there, and then press play when you're ready to go. So you're reading this page all on your own. If you need more time on this page, press the pause button to finish reading. All right, let's read the next page. If you need more time on this page, press pause. If not, we will move on. If you need more time with this page, you may press pause. If not, let's move on. I've got a few questions to ask you about what happens in this story. My first question I want to ask you is, who is at the pond with Sam? And remember, don't just give me the answer. I want a full sentence. So who is at the pond with Sam? If you answered Sam is at the pond with his pals, that would be correct. Or you could also say Sam is at the pond with Chad and Jen. My next question is, what does Sam's pal Chad dig up? Remember to answer in a full sentence. If we need a reminder, we can always flip back in our story to the page that the question is about and look at the words and the illustration to give us a clue. So again, that question was, what does Sam's pal Chad dig up? And your answer should have been, Sam's pal Chad digs up a crab. Your next question is, who spots a bug? So who in our story spots a bug? Flip into the page to answer the question. To find the page that it's about, here we go. Who spots a bug? If you can't remember her name, you can look here and sound it out. Jen. So the answer to who spots a bug, you could say Jen spots a bug. My last question for you is to describe the bug Jen spots. So looking at your illustration, how could you describe the bug Jen spots? You could say something like, the bug Jen spots has a red head and a green body. You could also say it has many little yellow legs, and I think those might be antennas. You could even count how many segments of the body the bug has. Remember to answer always in a full sentence. All right, boys and girls, that's our read aloud for the day. Great job on participating. Go ahead and go to the next slide for your assignment.